My name is Otis Statum Jr. I was born and raised in Oakland, California. I grew up running track, playing football. I played baseball there, earned an athletic and academic scholarship to go to University of Nevada, Reno. Got my master's at Sonoma State University, and I also finished my playing career there.
And you had a lot of really important, vital decisions that you had to make. How important do you think mentorship would have been to you in those moments?
I think it would have been very important. I think it definitely would have changed my trajectory, just knowing that I have somebody to bounce these ideas off of. Even having like a hitting coach, because that was really somebody I bonded with outside of baseball. So like I looked at him as a mentor. Like he taught me like things just about life, just being a Black athlete, things outside of baseball. So having that was a major factor for me. And I didn't realize that I was lacking that until I eventually graduated and looked back and was like, man, I didn't have any type of the same support that I had that made me successful throughout high school and just having those connections. So a mentor definitely would have helped my trajectory and probably would have kept me focused. I mean, being somebody that already has gone through those similar experiences, they probably know what not to do again and what to do more of. So drawing on them would have been major.
What's the biggest lesson that sports has taught you?
The biggest lesson that sports has taught me, especially the game of baseball, is that no matter what, you always got to get back up. No matter how many times you fall, no matter how many times you fail, you got another opportunity around the corner. So you just got to be prepared for it and be in the right mind state to accept the opportunity and attract the opportunity. That's something that would be my biggest takeaway, is that it's always another opportunity and you just have to be prepared for it.
That's great advice. As an athlete, at some point during your collegiate career, you realize that, okay, maybe my professional career is kind of hit and miss. It may happen or it may not happen. Can you explain like the moment where it hit you that maybe this may not work out? I may not get drafted again. I may not make it to major leagues or minor league baseball.
I would say I always had the hope, but one significant thing that kind of like altered my confidence was getting hurt. I got injured my sophomore year, and I really felt like that was going to be a breakout year for me. I tore my labrum and my rotator cuff, so I wasn't able to play my sophomore year. I ended up redshirting. I had to relearn how to throw, and my mechanics were a little bit different, so that kind of altered how I felt about myself as a player at that time. So it took me a while to get back to who I felt like I was as a player. And I always knew like I had the skills and the intangible things to become a professional baseball player. But it was a lot of, I would say, challenges I had to overcome. But I always felt like I had the confidence and the ability to play professional baseball. It was just about getting the opportunity from my perspective.
At some point, you're aware that you're going to retire in some capacity, whether by force or by choice. What transferable skills do you believe that sports teaches you that can aid you in life?
The main skills that come to mind are leadership skills, relationship building, mental toughness, persistence, and just being adaptable. As an athlete, we have to adapt and be versatile. So I would say those are the main transferable skills that we could take to any workforce and excel. Being an athlete, we have high determination to get the job done. So those are definitely the key skills.
To you, in your own words, what is Project Transition? What does that mean?
To me, Project Transition means supporting the next generation and really building a community that's going to create a successful culture within higher education, mental health support, career development, creating a college-going culture, just building the foundation and the building blocks to help the next upcoming generation succeed. Just offering any guidance and experience that we have, whether that's to support them in mental health, career development, interpersonal development, just as a person. So that's kind of how I got to that point. I feel like I am somebody that embodies Project Transition, being that I transition daily and I went through those transitions, so I can draw from that experience. So that's kind of how I got into the program manager role. I can speak from my own experiences to develop what we feel like will help the next generation become successful and to overcome those challenges.
So what helped you get over the hump and transition into your career?
I would say definitely getting connected to the right people. You know, Ms. Jamel has been a mentor, and so has Dr. Wallace. Definitely had an opportunity for me to really grow and figure out what career path I may go down, and just learning the skills that I can take into any company or any workforce. I felt like just having that opportunity was the biggest thing, because if you don't have the experience or knowledge or somebody to kind of guide you in that right direction, then you won't necessarily know about what's the next step. So they played a major key in my transition out of sports. And then now I'm fully transitioned into my career, and I'm always transitioning, but I would say my sports career has come to an end. It's been bittersweet. I definitely missed the game. Excited for the next chapter and the next opportunities.
What nugget would you like to leave the audience with?
One nugget that I've recently learned lately is trusting yourself, because certain people can influence you that may take you off your own path. But if you have the faith and trust in yourself and knowing that, hey, you can be whoever you want to be by just putting work in and being dedicated to it, not giving up at the first sign of adversity. So just trusting yourself and believing in yourself. That's one major thing that I try to instill every day.